Habari ma Africa, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutazama Qiniso. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got quite a few news today to drop. And I want to start with Jabulani Kumalo, who has lost another court case yet again. The High Court in Mzwanele has dismissed his application to challenge the removal of his name from the list that went to the IEC and eventually the list, or removing his name fraudulently, he says, from him becoming the president or the leader of the MK political party. But I'm just wondering, the guy that he was representing him, his lawyer, was so weak he could have taken one of us, the podcasters, and we could have done a better job than that lawyer of his. A weak representative there in the court. It was so embarrassing to listen to, but I'll play the clip for you guys so that you can judge. On other news, sticking with the MK political party, Qiniso, the youth league president of the MK political party, and the SG Nkateko has came to set the record straight, saying, listen, Qiniso did not mean to offend everyone. He apologized for those who are offended. And Nkateko says, no, yeah, I am Shangaan, but I'm not from Limpopo. I'm from Bukspas Rich in Mpumalanga. And so they've set the record straight. At least there is an apology that went out there. Ntsikie has defended Jacob Zuma, Julius Silo Malema's open border policy. What is that all about? Stick around and you will hear what Ntsikie said out of her own mouth. And Mzwanele said, I must tell you guys that you evil people must stop with your nonsense. He has no intention to resign from the MK political party. He's going to stick there, and they are building a 2/3 majority political party. They are busy. He says, leave him alone. And of course, I want to talk about the 10-month spell of Floyd Shivambu there in the MK political party that ended in tears. Let's talk about that, Paseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to Qiniso. I'm your host, Qiniso Jiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, I'm dropping a few news for you guys. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. Please don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that we are busy building a school with your support that is desperately needed. So if you have a spare change in your account, we are asking for 50 rand donations from 10,000 African people. And remember, on July the 14th, Paseta will be turning 1 year old. So we are aiming that 1,000 people will be donating each 50 rand. So we will appreciate it because it's going to kickstart the building project of phase 1 for our school. So we really plead with you Africans, please support this cause of building a school for the future generation. Thank you so much for everyone that has donated their 1,500 rand for the pallet of bricks, joining Ntate Mike Khatebe, Bishop Mike Khatebe. We really appreciate it. Just donate a 1,500 rand with the reference of your name and your surname, and send us a WhatsApp, and we, with the proof of your payment, and we will send you a certificate of gratitude. Thank you so much to everyone. There is one person who donated 1,500 rand, but there's no name and surname. Please send me a WhatsApp, and I'll be able to send that certificate to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Jabulani Kumalo went to court. He said he will never give up on this court issue of his. He will challenge it until the death. Obviously, the man is well funded, so he's going to fight there in court no matter what. In fact, let me reverse that statement of well funded, because of the lawyer that he has. I don't think he's well funded. I think he's just struggling around. This lawyer is probably just doing it for clout. I don't understand what is going on. That lawyer is completely weak. So the story about Jabulani Kumalo, he's challenging, you remember the issue of the signature, the attempts of his name being removed from the IEC list and all of those things. He's saying, listen, these things were done fraudulently and everything. But Utalim Pofu had none of it. He had absolutely none of it. Even the court, the judge was saying, you guys are playing politics here in court. We don't have time for this nonsense. But I'm saying to Jabulani Kumalo, the legal representative that you had was pretty weak. Was pretty weak. As he was talking there, he was like, no. Did you guys see that video of the maybe you guys watched it also, and you probably can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But for me, it was a weak representative there in court. But if you haven't watched it, let's quickly watch it together.
There's no abuse of court process.
Really?
My Lord, let me just address you. Let me just address you, my Lord. My Lord, there were attempts to remove the applicants. This is on the papers. There were efforts to resolve the unlawful removals. Efforts which resulted in resolutions, and later on there were then again fraudulent attempts by Duduzane Zuma and others to remove the applicants. This culminated in now the application having to be launched to deal with the status that changes, keeps on changing, doesn't change. That they had to come to court. It's not an abuse.
Yeah, for me that's no. Now he has to pay Utalimpofu for wasting the MK's time. So at least the MK is winning in something. They won in this case, the High Court in Tshwane. And I wonder why news are reporting it as the High Court in Pretoria. We no longer want to use that word. Pretoria was an evil man. We don't have time to use that word anymore. We're using the word Tshwane. That is the new name of Pretoria, which is Tshwane. So people must stop calling Tshwane Pretoria as we develop into this name change, because it's going to take quite a long time for people to adjust to the name changes. But I don't expect news outlets to continue using the Pretoria name. But anyway, go and pay Udalimpofu. Udalimpofu ate your lawyer alive. They're in court celebrating this small victory from the MK political party. Okay, Qiniso no Nkateko came out with a video setting the record straight about him calling her Ishangane from Limpopo. Hi, Nkosiyam. This is what they said.
It's that we understand the veracity of the comments that were made. However, Qiniso was honestly defending me because comments were being disruptive as I was addressing. Thank you so much to everybody that defended me. I appreciate it. However, I do need to note that it was completely taken out of context. Nkateko party belongs to everyone, to all races, to all tribes, and it's not just a Zulu party. Thank you.
Thank you very much, SG. Commander's morning. Comrades, firstly, I would like to thank all young people across all 9 provinces who attended the NK Youth League launch yesterday. We had a successful program where the NK Youth League was launched officially by our Supreme Leader, President Jacob Zuma. Second of all, I think what I said yesterday was taken out of context, but the SG has covered me. The MK Party Congress does not belong to KZN only. It belongs to all 9 provinces. I myself, I've been to Limpopo in Kiani. When the Congress, they did welcome me and I did address in English. So what happened yesterday, I was stopping ill-discipline while our SG was addressing, because we have to be disciplined in the MK Party. But there may be those who would feel that I have offended them. So I sincerely apologize. But what I was doing, I was protecting my Secretary General and protecting the party, because the MK Party in its constitution speaks about discipline. So I was installing discipline on the podium yesterday. But thank you very much, commanders.
Okay. I'm happy that the president of the Youth League of Nkateko political party understand that calling somebody Ishangane, what is the word? This English word always runs away from me. Derogative term to use. It is offensive. And people who don't know how that word is normally used, they don't understand how offensive that language is, that word is. It would have been different. Listen to this. It would have been different if he says, mane ma comrade, Nkateko ukuluma isishangane. than Nkateko Ishangani Elbuyale Limpopo. It's two different things. It's two different things. Nkateko does identify as Shangaan because you have that issue amongst the Batonga, Tonga, and the Shangaan people. That issue of identity, language is very close and everything, but depending on which bloodline you come from, you identify as either one. But anyway, like I said, we're not going to get into that argument. The issue is that word is an offensive. It's an offensive. Most of the time in South Africa, we use it as a label for people that come outside South Africa. We can call as a person from Zambia, Ishangani, a Zimbabwean Ishangani, Mozambican Ishangani, and whatever. And usually it's used in an offensive term. And I'm happy that the president has come out to apologize. And Nkateko was just there, talking and setting also the record straight that she's from Bushbuck Ridge and not from Limpopo. The grandparents are from Limpopo, but she's from Mpumalanga. That was quite funny that the president also did not know that. But anyways, because it is that issue that Amashangane honke abuya Limpopo. When you listen to people who want to offend people. Anyway, I'm happy about the apology. If Nkateko is accepting it, who are we to get offended? She's accepting it and she's good with it. So let it be so. But don't go around in the streets ubizabanta mashanga. You guys know that is wrong. Please, we don't want to now correct you on wrong things. I want to speak about Ntsikie Mazwai. Ntsikie Mazwai came out recently and made a short video where she was defending Julius Malema. Surprisingly, and you know the history between Julius and Ntsikie. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it's not important. You don't need to go and research it. But anyway, Ntsikie came out and said, listen, when Julius Malema talks about open borders, he's not actually saying free for all, everyone come and do as you please, open the gates and let the floodgates come in like a swarm of beans. But she explains it nicely by saying this.
Now listen, guys. Good morning again. It's a very, very, very happy morning this side. So, I want to talk about Julius Malema, right? And I know that many of us have got beef with him. And I want to say that my beef is really not that deep. It's just that I have a spirit of mischief and I love it and I'm just born like that. But here's what I can tell you. Julius Malema is the son of the soil, guys. And when he's talking about open borders, he is not saying that it must be a free pass for everybody willy-nilly. There's no documentation whatsoever. What the point he's trying to make is that Africa is for Africans, guys. And he is saying that if we all work together, then we're a bigger powerhouse. So document everybody. Everybody must have a social security number. We must have your fingerprints. We're not saying that the Nigerians must come and take our girls and the Zimbabweans come and take our jobs. We are saying that equal access to everybody. And when I say we, obviously, I'm saying Juju. So please just wipe away that fear of just seeing an influx of a swarm of bees coming at you. It's not going to be like that. Everybody must be documented. But Africa must be for Africans is what I'm getting. And guys, we need to support our African leaders because, to be honest, if we take them down, so support Malema for mayor.
Okay, so the reason... Okay, let me give... how do I put this? Some Africans don't want to understand the open border situation, no matter how you explain it to them. No matter how much you want to, how much you want to explain it to them. And that is why even Ntsikie is clarifying what the CIC was saying. During the elections, And some people say it cost the EFF because of the lack of understanding of Pan-Africanism, of the lack of black consciousness in our community, in our communities and society as South Africans. To the credit of the EFF, ever since the elections, I've never heard them make any noise about open borders, speaking about Africans coming to Kenya. It's like they took their foot a little bit off that because South Africans simply don't want to explain, they don't want to hear it out. I explain it by saying advanced integrated border system, that we need to integrate Home Affairs, police and whatever, so that people who come from other countries and come here, we need to have access for their fingerprints and everything. If someone commits a crime here, I've explained it so many times, but I'm telling you, when you say open borders, South Africans don't understand it. So please take advanced integrated border system that allows the flowing of people, goods and services around our borders. And I like what Ntsikie says. She says equal access for all Africans to each neighboring country. So I love that so much. You tell me, were you surprised to hear Ntsikie defend Julius Malema? Mzwanele Manye says, you evil people must stop your nonsense. Please, just stop it.
Can the evil people please stop their nonsense? I'm still a member of the MK party. No intentions of resigning whatsoever. And also this Twitter handle of Sophie Mukwena is actually a fake one. If you go to Sophie's main account, you will not find that nonsense. So please, people, we've got work to do. We've got 2/3 majority to attain. Stop distracting us. We are busy. We're building MK.
Yeah, Mzwanele Manye was one of those people that I thought would have joined the MK party from the day it was announced because of his loyalty to Jacob Zuma. But it looks like Jacob Zuma is loyal to no one but his daughter. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's hems, there's people talking in the MK. If you see some smoke going up there, just know there's a fire somewhere. So Manye, we will stop. We are not attacking you. We are not doing anything. That political party is not. There's no one who's safe in any position. 7 secretary generals in 18 months. Nobody is safe. The next secretary general will not last longer than 6 months probably. They will break record in terms of secretary general, and it looks like it does not bother them. It's like, so what? We've got 7 secretary. Hey, this 2026 local elections can't come sooner, because the thing about me is that South Africans are politically wise but easily fooled. It doesn't make sense to put the two together. It's like South Africans are streetwise. They know what is going on. But, what they are loyal to, they are loyal to. You can't tell Eastern Cape people about the ANC. You can tell them, hey, you guys have got no flushing toilets in schools. Children are falling in pit toilets. You can tell them in Limpopo the same thing, unemployment rate, everything. You can tell them, they still will not listen and vote for ANC. But when you go and speak to an Eastern Cape person, a Limpopian, educated people, very wise people, and you're like, how? How is this? Yeah, but I'm a South African one. Okay, so in closing, I'll speak about the press conference that will be happening today at 12 o'clock. I'll probably be on the road. I've not been at work for 2 days because I was sick. But I'll probably be on the road driving somewhere. I'll be listening somewhere on my phone if I have network coverage. But anyways, 10 months at the MK political party for Floyd Shivambu, it wasn't a good spell. Whatever he's going to say there, I think when you like, be human or be wise enough, be matured enough to admit your mistakes. I say, Floyd owes the EFF people an apology. People are taking, hey, what apology? Moving from a political party is not a problem, whatever. He bent the bridge while moving away after putting a knife on his brother's back. Imagine if Julius Malema listened to that issue of saying, no, let Floyd lead for the next 4 years and then Julius will come back. Imagine he would have taken the EFF and handed it over to Jacob Zuma. Just like they are doing with the ATM. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't know if the ATM will be on the ballot paper next year. We don't know. It will be swallowed completely by the MK political party. So sometimes you just have to admit, but fair to people make mistakes. Other people's mistakes are just unfortunately bigger than others. But one thing I can tell you for free, South Africans don't really care. There will be something bigger next week. After Floyd announced whatever he wants to announce today, I'm telling you, in 2 weeks, South Africans would, like Chidima can come and go to a restaurant in Sandton, and South Africans will forget about Floyd and speak about Chidima for 2 weeks. Like anything can happen. Like Kaizer Chiefs can Konukshai Sundowns to is Kulming a Kaizer Chiefs for 2 days. Anything can happen in the ANC. Anything can happen in the PA. Anything can happen anywhere. So that is the nature of South Africa. We follow the trend. South Africans. Whatever is trending, we go. So every South African, even those who don't follow politics, they will be glued to their screen 12 o'clock listening to what Floyd Nico Shivambu will be saying. And that's what I wanted to say about Liam in closing. Liam, what's his surname? Liam Jacobs, that went from the DA to the PA. Actually, maybe I must make a separate video about that. Let me put a stop there. But what the video that I want to make is that he must hope and pray that the hunger of the PA to destroy the DA is not going to lead to what it happened to Floyd in terms of his political career ending in the PA. You understand what I'm saying? There is that possibility also. That the only reason we brought you here is because we wanted to one-up the PA, the DA. But honestly, we don't really need you. But since you are here, it's fine. We will manage you. You guys understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I'll make a video about it. So Floyd is going to announce whatever he's going to announce. The first thing he's going to announce is the resignation of the, obviously. He's going to say, no, they said they're going to take me to parliament. They did not take me to parliament. If he's saying hide no secret from the masses, that scares me. You understand? Is Floyd going to ban another breach before leaving? Or is there some type of wisdom in his head that he's going to use? I doubt, I don't know, angazi. So let's just wait and see for 12 o'clock today. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.